Hi, I'm Christopher Hein, and today I'm making a supplemental video talking about something that I'm working on currently, which is called the concept of index. That is a term for me. I've only recently started using it a lot, although I've been playing with this concept a lot. I just didn't really have a good term for it. Basically, the index, and I'm stealing it from the German Indus, which is used in sword fighting to explain the moment of contact, and I'm using it in that way, which is when I catch someone in their cycle of movement. And you might be familiar with this through Japanese martial arts of the concept of sen no sen, and go no sen. But I think there's more to talk about, and I think it can be outlined a little differently than those concepts. And so I'm going to explain a little bit about how I explain that today. I'm going to get Josh out here. We're going to go to work. Josh? All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about index, this thing that I'm working with, which kind of comes from an idea I learned in German longsword, and also it really stood out to me because those ideas are echoed in Japanese swordsmanship with the concept of sen no sen, and go no sen, and I think there's a little bit more to be explored in that area. We're going to do a weapon practice here to kind of show you. So I'm going to show you a really basic Aikido technique that you see all the time in the forums, although it's kind of sometimes hard to realize. If Josh and I were both in ski kamae here, and Josh were to transition Jodangai Shiuchi to hit me, right? Okay, so let's actually go ahead and switch positions here so I can face the camera. Okay, so we're here like this, and Josh transitions Jodangai Shiuchi to hit me. Okay, now why he would do that, there's many reasons as to why he could do that. He might do that because I have gotten far away, so maybe he was striking at me and I'm really trying to push back, and so he's covering that distance to come in and hit me. He could be doing it because I'm charging him and he's back stepping to get out of the way of that hit, right? So he's trying to use the length advantage he has in that position over this one. So you see it in the forums all the time. You might not recognize it, but that little piece is in a ton of the forums and in the Owama system, constant. Okay, now we got to understand what's happening. When Josh decides to do that, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. One is, in his mind, he has got the idea that that's a good move for whatever reason, because I'm backing up or because I'm coming in, okay? Then he has to start the action. So the start of the action is like right there, right? That's the start of the action. He's begun the action. Then he has to deliver the action, and then there's the conclusion of the action, right? So that's the conclusion of the action. So all that stuff has to happen every time he wants to do something, right? He doesn't just think something in his head and then instantly it happens. Now there's a moment that I catch him in that, right? So meaning that I could say, Josh has the intent to come and hit me, and I go, boom, right? So on his intent to hit me, I hit him before he can do anything, right? That's one index, is Josh's intent went somewhere, and I caught the intent, okay? Could be that Josh has begun his action, and I go, boom, right? And I come in there and I get him. So I caught him, the index was right there when he started his action. Could be Josh is in the middle of delivery. Boom, right? Okay, could be that Josh has completed his action. Boom. And there are different answers I'll have and different things that I need to do for each and every one of those. And depending on where I catch him, I'll have a different set of answers. So it's important to understand that, you know, when we're looking at forms, we're looking kind of at snapshots of things, but there's a whole giant gray area in between. So let's say I caught him at the first index. So Josh has the intent. He hasn't even begun to move yet, and I'm so quick I can get in here. Now look, I'm in between his arms. So if Josh goes to transition into anything else, right, I can work with his arms and I can move him wherever I want. So that's the next set of skills on that, right? Let's say Josh starts to come in and I hit him here before he's even developed into the second part of the strike. I'm probably going to blast him and he's going to fly away and I won't have to even deal with him because I hit him at just the right cycle. Okay, let's say he's a little further in delivery there and I hit him here. I'm almost certainly going to have to cover my head after I hit because he's far enough forward that even after I hit him, he's probably going to fold and hit me anyways. Okay, could be that I can't even get in there and then I'm certainly going to have to cover my head and defend myself. Okay, so you can see this kind of practice echoed in sen, sen, no sen, go, no sen, and sen, no sen. And you can see this practice echoed in the vor, the indus, and the nach, if you say German work. But the idea is that there's an index of time. And in this index of time, all kinds of different stuff can be happening. But I think just being aware that this exists will kind of help you understand the forms in a whole new light. I'm Christopher Hein. This is Joshua Teehee. My Solana McDaniel is behind that camera right over there. All right, thanks a lot for watching.